means and put it in this track.
Finally doing a cooking video. Every time I ask you guys what you want to see on this channel, so many of you say cooking. So today's video is going to be a what I eat in a day. So it's not going to be like a super formal like cooking recipe video, but I'm just going to take you along with me on my day and look at everything that I eat. And full transparency, this is kind of an accountability video because although I would like to work my way up to showing a genuine, realistic what I eat in a day, today's not going to be one of those videos. There's something about filming everything that you eat that just, you become more conscious about what you're actually eating, which is actually a good thing for me today. It's going to encourage me to eat a little bit better because I have to document everything that I'm eating. First up, I made my morning coffee. Not enough coffee, too much milk, but that's okay. Also, another reason why this video is going to be very beneficial for me personally is because I have been making those garlic noodles and sweet potato pulled pork like at least 2 to 3 times a week each from that last video that I did, my last cooking video recreating my favorite TikTok recipes. So this is gonna make me like switch things up a little bit because I've still been gravitating towards those 2 dishes specifically. Anyway, before we get into breakfast, I just wanna thank Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of different types of classes from creativity to productivity to entrepreneurship, things like graphic design, photography, anything to fuel your hobbies or your career. They have amazing creative challenges like the class I'm going to talk about in a second on there that just help you kind of give you a little bit of motivation for the day and a little bit more structure and just healthy coping mechanisms for these uncertain times. They have classes for everyone, whether you're interested in photography and honing in your skills there or looking towards more entrepreneurship. A class that I've absolutely been loving is called Visual Journaling, Drawing Your Feelings by Jordan Sandler. You guys know I've been more into introspection and kind of like self-discovery, and I really want to expand that into art as well because although I don't consider myself a great artist, I don't think that means that I can't create, and I think that we all should create even if we're technically bad at it. And Jordan's class is actually really inspiring because she has 5 different exercises to kind of help you get more vulnerable in your journaling practice, and it's just so amazing. So the first 1,000 people to click the link in my description will get Skillshare premium membership for free. After that, it's only around $10 a month. Okay, now let's talk breakfast. So I'm very picky when it comes to breakfast. I have to eat savory, and often because I'm vegetarian, by the way, all these meals vegetarian, some vegan. Actually, this first one might be vegan. Maybe I'll make it vegan because I'm trying to eat less dairy in the mornings because I always gravitate towards cheese in the mornings. Also, I don't really like eggs or avocado, so that also limits my breakfast options. Avocado toast? No thank you. Eggs? Once in a while, but not today. And I just don't do sweet breakfasts, I'm not gonna lie. I don't do oatmeal smoothies, all that. Those are like afternoon snacks. I'm not even into sweets that much, to be honest. I'm more a savory person, so I have to eat savory in the morning. So today, we're going to make a somewhat kind of potato hash thing. I don't really know. I went grocery shopping yesterday at Trader Joe's, so I have some like fresh vegetables to do for this video. Otherwise, would have been real struggle here. So let's gather some supplies and get to cooking breakfast. I don't know what it's gonna end up being. Okay, here's what we're working with. We're gonna add some tempeh because we need some protein. A sweet potato, definitely seen better days, so I need to eat it. Some onion and zucchini and spinach. So we're gonna make a kind of hash with all of this. So I'm gonna start by chopping everything up. So into the pan, I'm going to add some avocado oil and get that heated up so I can add my potatoes and get those cooking right away. I'm not a fan how Trader Joe's packages their zucchinis. From what I could tell, they weren't just out where you could put them in one of those biodegradable bags. So they're just in a lot of packaging. Forgot, I need to prepare the tempeh. So I normally just marinate it and then cook it. So I think what I'm gonna do is just chop it up and add it into this and let it brown in the pan with everything, with the seasonings and stuff. You guys want to see one of my favorite parts of our kitchen? Our seasoning drawer. Like, just look at that. Look at that. It's beautiful. Little chicken, garlic powder, of course. I'm gonna do a little bit smoked paprika. This is like my favorite spice to put on sweet potato. Make it a little spicy. All right, it's done. Oh my God, this smells incredible and it looks so amazing. Look at that, so colorful. Now I've made potato hash many, many times in the mornings and I've never added tempeh to it. So this is an experiment for me to see if I like adding tempeh. I love tempeh, by the way. If you don't like most meat alternatives, tempeh is a fermented soybean, so it's not like super meaty or meat substitute really. It's just fermented soybeans. It's really delicious. High protein, looks so good. And then one of my favorite sauces lately, this is gonna be really random to put on a breakfast hash, but I'm kind of random. Let me change the camera actually. But I'm kind of weird and I love my condiments. Usually I make my own sauces. And yesterday I actually made a potato hash and I put this sauce, which is the Safeway, I guess. I don't know if you guys have Safeway where you are, but it's sweet and spicy mustard. And then I also put ketchup on it yesterday, but I'm not gonna do ketchup. I'm gonna hold back. I'm just gonna do some sweet and spicy mustard. Because personally, I feel like every dish needs a sauce. Like it just elevates it so much. So why not add a nice sauce? Just a little bit. That's good. That's good. Okay. Oh, let's do taste test. I'm so pumped, so ready. Okay, let's get a little zucchini, a little tempeh, a little potato. That's what I'm talking about. And the mustard, I'm telling you, put mustard on everything. This is a 10-10. Delicious. Okay, I just finished filming a video, so I don't know if I'm that hungry yet. It's like 12:30, so I kind of started my day a little bit late by sleeping in, but that's why I ate a little bit later. But so yeah, I'm not sure if I'm ready for lunch yet. So let's look in the fridge. Maybe I'll do a snack. I do have, let me show you, leftover Thai tea from the local boba place, which now the ice is melted into it, but I think I'm gonna drink this for a little bit more caffeine. So good. Okay, I lied. It's about 30 minutes later and I'm a little bit hungry. So let's start making lunch. I'm sorry, this is gonna be a little bit boring, but I'm hoping you guys can get some like healthy veggie options. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to make this video, even though this isn't what I would typically eat. Actually, that's not true. A lot of this is what I would eat, just variations of it. So for lunch, we're gonna make a wrap. I know it's boring, I know it's healthy, but that's kind of the point of this video today. One day I'll do, like I said, a realistic video of what I actually eat in a day, which is gonna be very embarrassing. So let's go into my pantry that's very, very, very disorganized. Do not judge. It's kind of all over the place, hot mess. It's a lot in here, but we're gonna get some tortillas. And then I think that's gonna be it out of the pantry. So yeah, in case you're curious what it looks like now that we've settled in and lived here for a few months, disorganized, yep. Ooh, okay, here's what I think. Don't mind the mess of the fridge either, please don't judge. Vegan caramelized onion dip. This stuff does not taste vegan from Trader Joe's. You need to go buy this. It's delicious. I think I'm actually gonna use it in the wrap and put a little bit of that in there. Let's do, oh my God, our fridge is a nightmare right now. We'll do some romaine. Okay, mozzarella cheese, please. Oh, of course, you keep your mozzarella in with the produce. Just get some mozzarella. These tomatoes are going bad. Ooh, that's real soft. I don't know about that one. So we need to eat some tomatoes. Let's do some chickpeas in there too. I'm trying to eat more protein in my diet because my major source of protein is pretty much cheese. So I want to have like healthier protein options in my life. So we'll just do a handful of chickpeas. I think I'm gonna throw in some pickles, regular old pickles. And then you know what time it is, we're adding more mustard. We're gonna do that under the romaine. Oh my god, that was so much. Okay. Now I'm terrible at folding wraps, so I don't even know. Maybe the romaine should be like, like that. Okay, burrito is done. Do a nice little cross section so we can see. Very plain, very basic, chickpeas rolling out, but let's taste it. I don't think I've ever had a wrap like this, so let's see. You know what's good? It needs some like onions or something, but it'll get the job done. Today's a heavy work day, so I actually filmed a horror video earlier and now I will spend all day editing, so including this video. So I wanted like something really easy and simple for lunch. I feel like this is fine. It's fine. For dinner, I'm very excited for what we're gonna be making because I've never made it before. So it's going to be like a new recipe that I'm trying out with you guys. Hopefully you're excited for that because that one will be amazing, like guaranteed amazing. And I'm so excited. It's time for my favorite meal of the day. Tonight we're gonna be making, let me grab it real fast, gnocchi. I'm very excited. This is a recipe, like I said, I have not tried yet, so I'm kind of experimenting with you guys. I don't think I've ever cooked gnocchi like this. I've had homemade gnocchi or made gnocchi before, and I've had like the cauliflower gnocchi at Trader Joe's, like the frozen kind. So first time cooking with this kind of gnocchi. How many times can I say gnocchi? And with that, we're doing Brussels sprouts. We're actually gonna do maybe something a little bit weird. I saw this recipe, I think on TikTok or Pinterest or something, where they roasted Brussels sprouts with mayonnaise. I know what you're thinking, but I feel like it could be really good. I'm the kind of person who uses mayonnaise in a grilled cheese, like on the outside, because it browns really nicely, better than butter, in my opinion. Sorry if there's background noise too. We have our patio door open because it's like 75 degrees outside right now. It's really nice. So I might do that with this, but the recipe that I'm following is from Pinterest. I'll link it down below, but I'm gonna change a couple things about it. First off, they cook this in the pan first, and I'm not gonna do that because I prefer roasted and it's just easier. So I'm gonna roast these first and then we cook the gnocchi and kind of combine everything, but it's gonna be delicious. I'm already excited about it. So let's chop up all of these Brussels, get them in the oven. Totally forgot to preheat my oven. Let's do 400. Okay, let's make some mayonnaise roasted Brussels sprouts. I told Ryan that I was thinking about doing these Brussels for the video, and he's like, you're gonna do something that weird on camera? And I'm like, yeah, because I'm keeping it real with you guys. And honestly, I eat much weirder things. Like, you think mayonnaise roasted Brussels is weird? You don't even know how weird I eat. So I'm not really sure how much mayonnaise to add. I don't have that much, so it looks okay to me. The reason why I think mayonnaise would actually be pretty good is because it's oil-based, and I usually douse my Brussels in a lot of oil because I like them very moist when I roast them. So that's why I feel like mayonnaise would actually be really good on Brussels. So we're gonna go with that. And then I'm just gonna season this like any other thing. Lots of garlic. I go through so much Trader Joe's onion salt. It's my favorite spice that they have. I'm very particular about my onion salt. So I always buy backups and I never run out. I feel like this video is becoming very Trader Joe's based. I actually don't even go there that often. I'll do a little bit of this mushroom umami stuff. Target also sells this too if you don't have Trader Joe's near you, but I think I added the perfect amount. Those are looking really good, nice and coated. Alright, the oven's still preheating, but like whatever, I'm just gonna put them in. And I'll probably roast these for about 20 minutes, 20 to 30. Oh, the heat. Also, while we're in here, I'm gonna have a snack again. But the brownies were really good. I think I only ate one of those though, so I'm definitely in need of a snack. I'm gonna have one of these clementines. I think fruit is one of the things I struggle the most to eat a lot of or enough of because oven's preheated. I'm not a sweets person, so it's kind of difficult for me to get in all my fruit. But clementines are in season and they're very delicious right now. Brussels sprouts are a winter season produce as well, so I try to get as many as I can in the winter before they, I mean, they're still sold in the summer, but you know, they're not as good because they're not in season. Also, I feel the need to tell you about this because I'm gonna eat some of it right now. Well, also, I wanted to tell you, I'm putting Parmesan on the Brussels and gnocchi dish. The Parmesan at Trader Joe's, this grated kind, is actually vegetarian. I know sometimes they have the rennet in there, but this is microbial enzymes, so just FYI if you have a Trader Joe's. I'm not trying to upsell Trader Joe's so much in this video, but it's the groceries that I have is recently from Trader Joe's, but I just want to point that out. This is actually vegetarian Parmesan, but these garlic cheese curds from Target, the Good and Gather brand, are unreal. They're so good. So I'm just gonna eat a couple of these as a snack while I wait for dinner with the rest of my mandarin. Okay, been about 20 minutes. The Brussels are almost done, so I'm gonna start preparing the gnocchi. And actually, we're gonna do a brown butter method as like the sauce with a little Parmesan and some balsamic glaze. That's the plan. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, I've never cooked this type of gnocchi before. I think you're supposed to boil it, but we're gonna do some browned butter with it, and I think it's going to be delicious. Oh, it calls for olive oil too. I think I'm gonna add that as well. By the way, have you guys made that feta pasta, the baked feta pasta? Oh my Lord. I've eaten that so many times since discovering it. So good. All right, let's check out these mayonnaise roasted Brussels. They smell amazing. Oh my God, look at that. They honestly look so good. Naturally, I have to try one of these before I put them in the dish, so let's let it cool for a second. Although I don't know what it is, I feel like it's Trader Joe's Brussels. I've never been a fan of their Brussels sprouts. I don't know why. Good old Walmart does it, or you know, Target or whatever. But something about Trader Joe's Brussels are just not that good to me. If you're new to my channel, you don't know how obsessed I am with Brussels sprouts and how often I actually eat them, because it's kind of like an ongoing thing. Back in the day, I used to make them like at least once or twice a week. It's my favorite vegetable, hands down. I almost said in one clip filming this video, I was like, there's not really any vegetables in this dish, so I feel kind of bad. Half of it is vegetables. It's just, that's how I see Brussels in my mind. Maybe because I put oil and mayonnaise on them. I don't think of them as vegetables. I'm curious how casual you guys want these, like, what I eat the day videos. Like, do you like it where I prop up the camera on a tripod and we film it like a recipe? Do you want it to be talky, like more talky? Do you want me to show you stuff about my day? Like what I do while I eat my food? Or just random things like a vlog? Or do you want me to like be more quiet and not talk as much? All right, they're starting to brown on that side. I feel like, you know, that's pretty good. I don't know, are they supposed to be more brown than that? I'm gonna call it, I think that's good. We actually add more butter. You're supposed to add butter after, but oops. And then honey, actually. You add some honey in there, which I think sounds amazing. think because everything is so heavy in this dish, like a lot of butter and then there's mayo, I'm gonna add a little bit of lemon juice. Now the Brussels. I'll probably end up eating more than this, but just for serving purposes and like taste test. Or maybe I won't. It's dense. It's a dense dish. It looks so delicious. Right up my alley. Let's taste this brand new recipe that I've never tried before. I'm gonna eat a Brussels. Oh, okay. I knew that was gonna be good. Let's try a gnocchi. It's not bad. It needs like a flavor. Like something else. I just feel like butter and seasoning isn't enough for me. But the texture is nice. I like that. I think what I'm gonna do is be a little weird because I'm open with you guys. You're no judgment here. I'm gonna make a little sauce for dipping. I'm gonna dip each little gnocchi and Brussels in that sauce. All right, I'm gonna clean up later. So we're gonna head over to my living room where I'm going to eat. Got a little candle going and I'm gonna watch old Big Brother. That's what's going on here. I'm gonna eat at my coffee table. Ryan is currently eating dinner at his parents, so that's why I felt like experimenting with this meal because I know I'll like it. So yeah, that's why he is not joining me for dinner, but in future, like what I eat in a day videos and stuff like that, he would be joining me here. We'd still eat at the coffee table even though we have a perfectly good dining table. It's just what you do when you live alone, you know. There's no need to eat at the dining table for every meal. Honestly, feel like kind of having another beer. I'm not a beer lady. I'm a wine lady, but we don't have any. So we found some like weird beers at Trader Joe's and got them. So I'll probably have one of those with dinner. Got Pepe coming, Skimble over there. Really? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Honestly, I thought I would snack a lot more because that's something as soon as I feel hungry again after eating dinner, I'll snack immediately. Like I'll eat some cheese, whatever snacks I have in the house. Like right now I have Pringles, I've been snacking on those lately. So I just like to have like an evening snack. People scratching on her scratching thing over there. Pepe. But honestly, I'm feeling still pretty full from dinner. Like I ate a lot of gnocchi and pretzel sprouts and yeah, I think it was just in combination with like the extra beer and stuff too that I just feel pretty full. So it's 8 p.m. now, so I feel like I'm pretty good. Like I'm not gonna snack the rest of the night. So I feel like it's safe to like end the video. If you see more snacks later, don't be surprised because that is very standard in this house. I eat a lot of snacks before bed. But anyway, I'm just gonna end the video and then yeah, we'll see. But I have a feeling I'm actually gonna be pretty full until I go to sleep, which I go to bed by 10 p.m. because I'm a early bird personally. It's coming back already. Is that what you're asking for? You want food? He knows the word food. See his ears go back when I say food. Oh, but I want a hug. Okay. Anyway, let me know how you liked this, what I eat in a day, if there's anything that you would want me to change or add or expand on or anything like that. Any commentary you have for this video, I would love to hear your thoughts. And if you want me to do these regularly, because now that I have like a beautiful kitchen to like cook in, I can definitely film these more often. Pepe again. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Oh my God.